Everyone joining us on YouTube, thanks for being here. Everyone joining us on the stream, thanks for being here. We're about to finish, I think finish, the Banner Saga Part 1, which means that we'll wrap this up and then probably get into Part 2, I would think. Ciara. Of course, they would not. Okay, so this is getting off subject. It'll be a quick tangent, I hope. The one thing I hate about the internet right now, well, maybe not the one thing, but of the many things there are to hate about the internet, the thing that bothers me perhaps the most is that whenever you load a website, the first things to load on the website are always the fucking ads. It's never the content. It's always the ads, and the ads load first. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? I mean, I know why they do that. I know why. Because it's the internet, and it's like a capitalist old west, right? Like everybody just does whatever the fuck they can to get money. I understand that. But it's frustrating as hell when you're trying to view content and you have to wait. Like I'm thinking about like on my phone mainly. It's not so much when you're on a PC, but when you're on your phone and you gotta wait for the ads to load before you can even start reading the article or whatever it is you're trying to look at. It's aggravating as hell. Ciara's comment about the advert stream perfectly. That prompted that. Okay, so what happened last time? We made it all the way to Borsgard, and here we are. And we met this giant Varl named, I can't even remember what the dude's, Berkhold, I think? He made us fight a bunch of dredge before we could even get into the town. And now we're in. We have the option to see our heroes, see the map, see the market, I think we have to go to the docks is what's most pressing. But before we get into any of that, let's take a look at the map and just remind ourselves where we are and where we've been. Yes, Metro, you're right. Heart signs surrounding a dollar sign. So we started this game way back in Strand, which I can't remember where that is. There it is, Strand, right here. We started with Ubin and Gunnulf and Moger and Hakon. Way down here in Strand, we had to walk up here past Vetterfell to Ridgehorn. Ridgehorn was all torn up. We found Ivan there and Juno, though Juno was dead, so we left her. Marched up to Schlid, and then on our way to Grofheim. When we got to Grofheim, it was completely destroyed, on fire, burning down. Meanwhile, over here in Skogar, we met Ivar, Alette, and Rook, and their ilk, and we followed them on the run from the dredge to Frostfeller, where they picked up a few followers, and then on to, well, they made their way eventually to Grofheim. Well, no, I'm sorry, they were about to make their way to Grofheim when they encountered Fasold from Ubin and Hakon's group, who told them, run, 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 because there was a giant serpent destroying the earth up here. Everybody made it to Einertoft, where we fought the dredge on a bridge. Ivar was knocked down by this giant dredge named Bellower, who we learned is a member of this kind of elite group of the dredge called Sundar. Ivar lost his arm, but recovered, and we ran from Einertoft, even though the rest of the Varl were all holed up there, and it looked like it was going to be their last stand. Ran from Einertoft this way to Ziegerholm, where Ivan thought that we would be meeting Juno, because he saw Juno in a vision. But we didn't. She wasn't there. So we ran down this way, past Reinevik, to Borsgard, fighting the whole way. We went the last probably 2 weeks without any food whatsoever. Pretty desperate straits. We find ourselves in Borsgard. I don't know if we've read this yet. An aging and senile mess of a city that can't remember whether it wants to sell you something or steal everything you've got. While Ormsdollar grew early into an important hub of trade, its twin city Borsgard became the place to buy things nobody else was willing to hawk. It greatly supported the potent items harvested in Reinevik and Tistel, and plagued by huge disparities between the extremely rich and the suffering poor. Tell us about Deepmot, which is what the lake it seems to be on. Where the Ormsa River eventually opens into a deep lake, Deepmot promised a thriving industry for Borsgard. That was before overfishing and polluting essentially ruined the lake, taking with it Borsgard's ambition of becoming a capital of mankind in the east. I see. It's kind of a failed city, or maybe not failed, but certainly had higher ambitions than it was able to achieve. So the Ormsa River is what feeds it. By far the longest river known to man Varl, snaking around from Fiskebay to Diepmat and back again to Zegerholm and up into the Red River. It is largely debatable where one river begins and the other ends. So that is this goes all the way up here to Zegerholm. Okay. And then up this way. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Wait just a damn minute. So this is the mouth of the river, right? It comes up here, and then they said it goes up to Zegerholm. So that would mean this is the source of the river, but the lake that Zegerholm is on also runs downhill this way. So that's interesting. One source feeds two major rivers. So it's not fed by the Ormsa. It feeds the Ormsa. Diepmat does. Okay, fine. We've been on this map now for a while. Yeah, Metro, this map is gorgeous. I agree. It's very good looking. They did a fantastic job. And the reason that I'm looking forward to the second game and the third game, which has not been completed yet, the second game I have never played before, is because I really want to see what the rest of this map, like what they've got. You know, I can see it here, but I want to actually view it, visit it in the game. So I'm very much looking forward to the second game for that reason. Right. Heroes, let's see what we're dealing with here. I think we might have an injury or two lingering. Indeed, Ivor's been injured for injured and requires 3 days of recovery. Mogan needs a promotion that takes more than 10, which is what we have. Paulette needs a promotion that needs more than 10, which is what we have. So we're screwed. Rook's injured for 1 day. We could promote him, but he's not in our party at the moment. So we'll leave it. Market. No point in buying food. We're here. Want to save our renown, I think. Okay, to the docks then. No other point in waiting around. When you get to the docks, your heart sinks. Not a long ship to be seen. Oh, that's right. I think we were planning to get out of here. Aside from the wrecks. Bodies float in the water. Buildings are trashed and boarded up. What happened here? Murmurs Alette. They're all gone, says Ivan, approaching alone. I see you had the same thought as me. Conversation time. Alette says, Ivan, you're okay. Ivan says, I'm fine. It wasn't a lie. The governor is here. He's in hiding. Alette says, why? Ivan says, since the dredge started appearing, anyone with a ship and half a wit left long ago. People can't leave by foot. Food is scarce. The markets are bare. Borsgard is a fire cake waiting for someone to tip it over. Ivor says, so the governor's paying the Ravens. The Ravens are Berkold's group, I think, to protect him against his own people. Ivan says, and to keep the peace, so to speak. It's more like a massacre anytime there's a hint of an uprising. Rick says, where does that leave us? Ivan says, I promised him the Mender's protection in Arborong. I don't think he's very popular there. Arborong, if you don't remember, I think is the capital of the human kingdoms. Apparently it's the home to the Menders. They're going to start tearing this place down to build new ships. We can ride the Ormsa River all the way to the capital. Oh, okay. Rook says, leaving another perfectly good city behind, how long will it take to build the new ships? Why do you care about leaving a perfectly good city behind? The dredge are right behind us, dude, and there's that giant snake. Alette says, hold on. What happens to the people living in Borsgard? Ivan says, it's the best I could do, Alette. He thought it could take as long as a month. You usually don't make ships out of scrap lumber. As soon as people figure out what's going on, there's going to be riots in the streets. Ivor says, a month? Why bother? Bellower will be here within the week, if not sooner. Ivan says, I'm open to suggestions. Ivor says, gods be damned. Is there no end to this? Ivor roars in frustration. Roar! Leaving you standing by the docks. Yeah, Ciara, don't jinx it, man. Alette gives you a worried look before chasing after him. Rook says, Ivan, what do we do about Bellower? Ivan says nothing for a moment. Ivan says, I don't know. So, it sounds like what's happening here is Borsgard is somewhat abandoned. Everybody's kind of, not everybody, but most people have probably moved on. Maybe the only people left in the town are perhaps the poor. The upper strata has perhaps moved on, except for the governor. And we're talking about tearing down parts of the town and building ships out of it to get away, to escape. But it looks like we need to go talk to Ivor because he's pissed. You find Ivor standing on the city walls, overlooking the fields outside. Dredge are keeping their distance, but continue to gather. Ivor says, I'm okay, Rook. Ivor cuts you off before you can say anything. You know he's been through worse. Yeah, the dude lost an arm. Ivor says, just feels like someone should cut us a break every now and then. If we want to be standing a month from now, we're going to have to be prepared. What about the Ravens? What am I asking about the Ravens for? Let's find out. Ivor says they'll save their own hides and whoever is paying. They don't give two damns about the rest of us. We may even end up facing off against them, depending on how this goes. Let's avoid that. Hint, hint. Thanks, Ivor. First off, our clansmen need a place to stay. They'll get torn to pieces out in the street. I'll keep an eye on the dredge up here. If they break through the walls, we're done for, so we'll have to keep them back. Could always use a hand with that. We need to know who's controlling what and make sure we get our cut. Food's going to become scarce. I see. Logistics. And when they start building those ships, we're going to have to keep people away. Rook says, what a damn mess. I'll do what I can. Oh, crap. I didn't get to ask him the other two things. Shoot. I should ask him those first. Ivor explains, I'm leading attacks with Ivan every time the dredge get too close to the gates. Listen, we're going to lose Fighter and Varl every day like this. I don't need to tell you what happens if nobody is manning this wall. We could always use help. You consider what you want to do now, knowing that any of these tasks will likely take a full day. And I have 0 food. God damn. Safe place for the caravan. Join Ivor in defending the walls. Find a source for supplies. Help down at the docks. Try to get some rest. I think, given that we've been starving to death for 2 weeks, Rook would probably think supplies is the biggest issue. So even though defense would be what I'd like to do, source for supplies is more critical. I checked around, Old Leaf tells you, and nobody has food, or they won't part with it for a fair price, and our medicine has been gone for days. They're either gouging the prices, or it's just plain gone. She doesn't say it, but you can tell this is going to be a serious problem. Tell the caravan to start rationing tighter. Roleplay-wise isn't an option because we don't have any food to ration. Metro. Yeah, you've had a few issues. That's okay. Don't worry. Scour the city for anyone willing to sell supplies. Shake down the places that seem to be holding out. So that's turning to outright villainy, which thus far I don't think Rook has done. Not to say that he wouldn't, but he hasn't so far. Track down the Ravens and see what they know. I'm guessing the Ravens aren't going to be very helpful. But scouring the city seems like a waste of time, given that what our Old Leaf already told us. Alright, let's track down the Ravens. Maybe we convince them to say something useful. 8 clansmen leave, and some borrow. You find the massive leader of the Ravens along the docks, where they're doing the best to keep a growing number of people in check while the boats are being constructed. You question him about food supplies. Should have brought your own, he says. I I can't go giving it out to every person in Borsgard. I'd kill every last bastard in the city for some good mead, though. This place has been dry for weeks. This guy's a barrel of laughs. Threaten him? Something tells me that's not going to work. Remind innocent people will starve to death? Also not going to work. Let's scour the streets. Oldleaf joins you as you walk up and down each street in Borsgard looking for supplies. All you find are empty stalls or outrageous prices well beyond your means, with little to offer in the first place. This entire city can't be out of food, Oldleaf barks, but you come away empty-handed and more worried than before. Sorry everyone, I just remembered something. I did not update the Twitch channel. This is very unprofessional to me, but stand by for just a moment. Didn't update the Twitch channel to show that we are now playing Banner Saga instead of Morrowind. Un momento, por favor. Boom. Done. Okay. Empty-handed and more worried. Yeah, alright, fine. So that was a complete failure. There's no food here. The people are ready to murder anyone for some food. My group is starving to death. Ivor is fighting off the dredge with the last of his strength, and what the hell is that dude's name? Burkold is building ships, but apparently doesn't give fuck all about anybody else. Ivor points out the dredge along the wall. There's a lot more of them, and they're getting braver, he says. We lost a fair number of fighters since yesterday. We could use your help. If there's nobody left to defend the walls... Rook, says Oldleaf approaching. Someone handed me a note this morning. She shows you a slip of paper marking a back street. Probably from one of those places we visited yesterday. Maybe some misplaced ambush, too, though I can't imagine what they think we have. If you want to check it out, let me know. Oh, shit. So the choice is help Ivor on the walls, or go with Oldleaf, hoping that maybe this freaking people that gave me a goddamn note have some food. Shit. Is this Darkest Dungeon? It feels like it. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong. We've had like this game has been a perpetual series of Hudsons. It's just been Hudson after Hudson after Hudson. I don't know, you guys. I think going with Oldleaf is a waste of time. We wasted all that time yesterday looking for food, got nothing out of it. I think that that's what we're being set up to do again today. I think we're just going to join Ivor defending the walls, because keeping the walls up is the only thing that's keeping us alive at this point. People are going to starve to death, but that's better than... a fraction of people starving to death is better than everybody being overrun by dredge. We've been a little more aggressive lately, says Ivor. With their numbers going up, they don't take us seriously unless we're taking out 2 for every 1 we lose. Jesus H. Christ. Ekil in the party? Yeah, I don't know how much I care about that. I don't... Oh, good. Those days counted as rest, so people are a little bit less injured than they were. Darkest Dungeon 2, Brightest City? Or Darkest Dungeon 2, but in daylight. Oh, Gunnulf. Maybe I'll take you for Ekil. Yeah, let's do this. Let's see how this goes. I'm not optimistic. What do you have on you, Gunnulf? 2 strength. Right. And these are all aggro drawing, which I don't really want. I mean, I want that for Ivor, for example, but not for Gunnulf. Okay. That's very motivating, that message that they just gave us. Makes me feel like we're doing the right thing here. Well, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. 6 on 6. Seems pretty fair. Slingers, slingers, slingers. Really only one melee dude. Okay, Ivor, you're gonna go there. I don't know if you're not gonna go till way later. Mogan. Okay, go next to Trigby. Alette. Oh, Darkest Dungeon's totally going to get a sequel. Yes, I'm pretty sure that was Red Hook's first game. But yes, Walter, there's going to be a Darkest Dungeon too. My impression is that it's been incredibly popular. There are some Let's Plays on YouTube, not mine, but others, that have been viewed hundreds of thousands of times. It's a really popular game. I mean, for an indie game. It's not like knocking EA titles out of the water or anything, but very good for a small studio, I think. In terms of success. I think it's a fantastic game on its own, but the studio has done very well, I believe. God, what do I want you to do? I would guess you have a higher chance of getting people in a row over here. Gunolf. You're gonna go there. No, you're not. You're gonna go there. You're gonna go there. No, you're gonna go there. Okay. No, you're not. You're gonna go there. And Ivan, you can be right there. 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 Okay. Let's do this. First things first. Mess this guy up. Nice. Sweet. Okay, I don't like that very much. 18 on 13, he can do 5. Okay. Wait, I'm missing the last few comments here. Ciara saying it's a great game, but playing for half an hour earlier aged me 15 years. Ciara, you're talking about Darkest Dungeon, I take it. That Courtney character. Schlich. I don't know what they would do for a sequel. I don't know if you guys have seen the end of the game, though. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't. But it definitely leaves room for a sequel. Ugh, yeah, that's not good. We have so little willpower because of freaking awful morale. Uh-oh. Okay, remind me. Thread the needle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So you couldn't take advantage, even if you were standing right there. But you can probably take a lot of this dude's strength, which is what we want. I don't know what the hell Gunolf's gonna do. He's not really in a position to do anything over there. I don't want to lose Ivor that quickly. I gotta say, I haven't really found Banner Saga, sorry, not Banner Saga, Darkest Dungeon that stressful to play. I find it really fun to play. Like, I have a great time when I'm playing it. I could see how it would be stressful, but it's not really ever bothered me that much. Okay, dude, we're gonna use you for willpower. It's just fun. I don't know, I just have so much fun playing it. What? Wait, injury means you don't get willpower? No, Ivor has willpower. Why the hell? That was a wasted move. Gunnulf got no willpower. The fuck? One healer to stable of 16. Oh yeah, man, you gotta be... One thing I learned probably in the first 20 weeks of the first playthrough that I did was the importance of stress, managing stress. We're talking Darkest Dungeon now. And you can't just take whoever they shove at you in the stagecoach. You have to be a little bit more judicious. Even if it means that you don't have an ideal roster, you really got to be careful who you take on, because if you take on somebody that, like you said, if you have 16 characters and only one of them is a healer, you're going to be boned. 3 out of 4 weeks, you're going to have a terrible time. I'm pissed off that Gunnulf didn't get any willpower there, and I don't know why. I know he's injured, but that doesn't prevent Ivor from having willpower. It's bullshit is what it is. I'm kind of thinking I might just come down here and try to break this dude's armor. Darkest Dungeon 3, wettest water. Darkest Dungeon 4, highest mountain. No, not that. He can't use his willpower, I understand that, because he got hit by whatever slinger does that to you. That's fine, but Gunnulf didn't get any willpower when Ivan mended him, and Ivan spent a lot of willpower of his own on that fucking move. We got nothing for it. Ha! Deflected. Okay. Wittiest banter. These games are getting progressively less and less interesting based on their titles. Darkest Dungeon 6, Coffee Clatch. You can't do shit, Trigvi. I don't even know why I have you in the party, man. You're kind of worthless. Fine. No, you bastard. Gunnulf's not going to be able to make it to him in time. Maybe Alette can kill him? No, Alette probably can't kill him. Son of a bitch. Tea and dinner, perhaps? What do you think, wife? Distrezzler's talking about Darkest Dungeon now. One of my dudes got overstressed, turned antagonistic. Overstressed one of my other guys. Oh, dude. Yep, that's par for the course, man. That's just what happens. Oh, sweet. Alette can kill him. Darkest Dungeon is... The thing I love about Darkest Dungeon is that it's a simple set of rules with a complex set of outcomes. I really enjoy games like that. Don't call anybody... Oh, shit. Get off. Laziest Rider, placeholder subtitle. I would be in favor of all of these titles. Gunnulf can't do his awesome move because he has no willpower. And he's not within range of doing his awesome move. Good news is we got rid of the big guy, though. Okay, since Trigvi and Mogan are over there, I'm going to say that they can take care of this dude. Let's have Gunnulf do as much as he can to this guy. If I take this, can you use it? You can use it. It won't kill him, but it'll get him close. Oh, don't worry about it, Ciara. I appreciate it. The game hates you? Yeah. It's a very sweet kind of hate, though. It's the kind of hate that it feels like it hates you like old school games used to hate you. Like, think about how hard it was to get through a game like God, I can't even think of a good example. Like, okay, this is another aside, and I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing here, so I'll just wait a second. My kids are 11 and 7 right now, and they grew up playing, like, the first games that they played were, like, Lego Star Wars, for example. In Lego Star Wars, you die, and you come right back where you are without losing anything but a little bit of money. That's it. So there's no incentive for you to try to get better at the game. You just go through and slice and hack and then die, and then you come back and slice and hack and die until you kill everybody. Which is fine for a little kid, I get it. Like, that's for 3, 4, 5-year-old kids who are just starting to get into gaming and don't really know much about it. Aren't very good at it. But, do you remember what games... Okay, well, maybe you guys... I don't know how old my average audience viewer is. BioShock. Yeah, a little bit, Metro. I've never played BioShock, but I understand what you're talking about. But when I was growing up, the first games that I played were like freaking Super Mario Brothers, for example, where if you didn't... there was no such thing as a save. You had to sit there and play the game from start to finish if you were ever going to beat it. There was no other option. That was it. If you died, you had to start the entire game over from the beginning. Now, I'm not saying that that's how games should be, but I'm saying when you grow up not being exposed to games like that, when you grow up being exposed to games that cater to you specifically and try to make it as easy as possible for you to get right back into it when you lose, you have no patience or limited patience for games that don't give you that kind of service. So Darkest Dungeon to me is like a perfect game because it actually punishes you for screwing up. And it punishes you for screwing up in ways that you don't predict are going to happen until they actually do happen. I love that about Darkest Dungeon. It's great. Anyway, that was a long aside. Sorry. Ivan needs to do something. I would say let's give Gunnulf some willpower, but that was a waste last time, so let's not. Maybe we can give it to... Mogan? Oh, fucking hell! Alright, well, it's my fault for trying to do it twice. Don't understand what the hell I'm doing, though. I'm doing wrong. Yeah, Publican, kind of like that, where, like, yeah, okay, I get it, you know. It's okay to have save points and stuff, but... situation where you, pay no penalty for dying? It's just bad game design, I think. Fucking hell. Gunnulf's strength is so low that he's not going to be able to do very much to these bastards. Can't do Impale. Can break... Well, alright, just do that. Arr! Look out! Gunnulf! Fucking hell! Mogan, you can't even get to... Man, oh man. Fletch, it seems to me like you're the oldest in the group here, if your kids are 26 and 18. That would appear to be the case. Go there, kill him. Look out, Ivan! Look out, Gunnulf! Gunnulf's down. Fucking hell. Okay, fine. No, just hit him. Fletch is 50-ish. Alright, I can respect that. Okay, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him, but this sucks. I hate it when we lose Gunnulf. Trigby gets promoted. Ivan gets hit. Mogan gets a kill. move to pillage mode. We 16 for Metro. Wow, you young pup, you. Kill for Alette. Distress was 27. We have two 27-year-olds in the group. I am a ripe 36, if anybody's curious. Well, the victory, only losing Gunolf, that's okay. Yeah, Ciara, I am not sure. Publican also 27. Oh my gosh, three 27-year-olds. Well, shit. What did we accomplish there? Oh my god, look how thick this is getting down here. Oh, yeah, Fletch, you're the... Azara's 19. Fletch is the senior member of the group here. God damn. So, this is gonna be the end. This is the end. My only friend, the end. Helicopter's going overhead. Shit. Okay, well if Gunolf is hurt, maybe I don't want Gunolf in the group. Maybe I want... Nid? Another archer might be kind of nice. Yeah, it seems like the average age is... Well, we'll call the median age 27, because it almost certainly is. With maybe larger than average standard deviation. I think that's safe to say. No, this city's boned, it's screwed, blued, and tattooed. That needs a lot. She needs 20. We can't even promote her. Ivor is injured with the 1-day injury. Mogan we could promote, but then we couldn't promote anybody else. Of course, I think that's going to be the case for everybody. Anybody that we do promote, we can't promote anybody else. So let's do Mogan. More willpower would be nice. More strength. With 3 renown, an injured party, a clan that has been starving for 2 weeks, and a city surrounded by dredge, we speak to Ivor. This is bad, says Ivan. Thank you, Ivan. Cassandra here. As Ivor points across the battlefield, aside from the fact that we're up to our necks in dredge, a stone singer showed up. If we don't deal with it, this wall will come down by the end of the day. Stone singers are kind of the mage-ish class of the dredge. Mean of 28.5. Alright, so assuming 50-ish means 55, and excluding myself. That's fair. Thank you, Metro, for doing the math. I appreciate it. 28.5 is very close to the median of 27. Dad, there's a riot at the docks. Alette runs up to you out of breath. They're trying to smash up the boats. When you calm her down, she says the ravens are there, but she's worried that things could get out of hand. Okay, so you guys want to see what's going to happen here? No matter what I decide to do, both things are going to fail. If I decide to go to the docks to protect the boats, even if we win a fight, the boats are probably like half the boats are going to be destroyed. Or I could decide to stay here on the walls and try to defeat the dredge, hold them off, and the boats will all be destroyed, and half my party will end up dead or injured at the walls. So there's no wins in this game. I don't know this for a fact. I'm just speculating based on what I remember from the last time I played this game, which was at least 3 years ago. Yeah, those of you watching on YouTube, if you'd like to, comment with your age, and Metro will review it later. I'm drafting him to do this, and conduct a statistical survey. Fletch is 48. Oh man, dude. What was your exact quote earlier? 50-ish. Okay, all right. So 50-ish does not necessarily mean 50 or above. It just means close. That's funny. Metro is apologizing now for for guessing Fletch was older than he was. Pick your poison, eh? Alright. Consider what you want to do now, knowing that any of these tasks will likely take a full day. Join Ivor in defending the walls, find a safe place for the caravan to stay, which has been an option forever that we have not done. Go with Oldleaf to the location on the note, investigate the riots down by the docks, try to get some rest. Okay, we're still out of freaking food. I should have gone to the market and bought some food. It's okay, Metro. I imagine that Fletch is of the understanding type. Is Monty Python and the Holy Grail a method ago? I wish. Unfortunately, it does not say run away. Alright. Let's think about this role-play-wise. The Dredge are at the gates. It's only a matter of time till they break through because of their numbers. Just look at them. They're massive. Our only way out of the city without being overrun by the Dredge is the boats. So if we don't have boats, there's no escape. If we don't have boats, it doesn't matter how long we hold off the Dredge, we will all die anyway. I think we have to go see the boats. Alright, Metro has redone the math, drops the average age down to 27 1/3. So 27 is both the median and the mean. Excellent. We need to investigate the riots. We can't let the boats be destroyed. When you get down to the docks, it's pandemonium. Few work on the ships now as the ravens stand over bodies of people while a huge crowd roars in anger. Bulwark. What was I calling him before? Bulvord? Bulwards? Bullwood? Something like that? I don't know. Burzo? Whatever it was, I had his name way wrong. I only knew that it started with a B. What happened? You shout. His axes were covered in blood, if I didn't read that part. What happened? You shout, pushing your way through the rioters. What'd you think would happen? Responds Bulwark, coolly. Didn't take them long to figure out we were building ships right under their noses, and they can't have one. You gonna lend a hand or just stand around? Oh, Sierra aged 15 years because of Darkest Dungeon, I'm presuming, so that throws the average all out of whack. Damn. Well, shit. That looks pretty badass, Metro, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we'd do that. Rook being Rook, pansy that he is, he's gonna try to calm the people down. Brandish your axe low. Try to find a voice over the chaos. It goes wrong quickly when one of the rioters gets a quick jab in, smashing across the bridge of the nose, covering your face in blood. The last thing you remember is falling backward. I figured that was going to happen. By the time you regain consciousness, the riot is finally being driven off. Won't save you next time, you hear Bulwark say. This one's free. The guy's pleasant. You stagger back to the wall with a new injury. Rook. Oh, fucking hell. We have no more fighters. We have 6 Varl. Everybody's starving to death. Okay, I don't think it matters now, but let's buy what food we can. One day, Bellower's here. And a stone singer. And another stone singer. We're boned. Okay, guys, I think this is it. I think this is the end. This morning, says Ivor, I saw him. Bellower's here. With the number of losses we've taken, I'm sure it won't be long now. Ivan leans silently on his staff nearby. You know, you're right, Ciara. It did go as expected, but I should mention at least that we did save the ships. Not a ship was burned, apparently. So, in the end, perhaps it was worth it to go down there. Yes, you're right, Distresler. Anything for a sandwich. Jesus. Ivan leans silently on his staff nearby. One of your clansmen, the one that didn't starve to death, presumably, comes to you out of breath. Rook, He says, things are real bad. Look, there's nothing you can do at this point, but a lot of the caravan has been robbed, killed, just disappeared because I never found them a place to stay. Those of us left are going to split up and hide where we can. Wanted you to know in case we somehow pull through this. He runs off, clearly distressed. Thank you, nameless clansman. You grimace, wondering if this could have played out another way. Yeah. Someday I'll go back and play this game again and forget all these options and make the same mistakes. We'll be in the exact same position. Try having daughters that know you are a party animal that ages you. Yeah. Publican, you're right. We have a day's worth of food. And everybody just disappeared on me. Ah. I wasted my last 3 renown on food that nobody will eat. It's just Rook, Ivor, and Alette now sitting on the walls like, well, we might as well feast before we die. This is like the musicians playing on the Titanic. Fuck. Fletch, can I ask, are you male or female? Because that will color the information about your daughters finding out that you were a party animal. Male, I think daughters finding that out would be like, okay, fine. Hi, Dorksman. Female, the daughters might be like, oh, great, we have permission to do whatever we want. 88! 88 people just disappeared into the city. Fletch is a dude. Okay. Alright. I don't know. Your daughters seem to be of an age where they should probably realize that their parents did things that maybe their parents don't volunteer. I don't know. When I was 18 years old, I figured, yeah, my parents probably did a lot of things they don't tell me about. Probably okay. You consider what you want to do now, knowing that any of these tasks will likely take a full day. Can we just get to the end now? We're all gonna die. I have no more fighters. I have 6 starving Varl and a bunch of women and children that can't do anything. And probably men too. Men too. Alright, you guys, I'm putting this one to a vote, because this is probably the last day that we're going to survive. What dirt will my kids have on me? Well, unlike my parents' generation, my kids will have thousands of hours of YouTube videos that they can peruse, in which I tell plenty of stories. Oh, Fletch, very good. Yeah. When I had both my children, when I found out in utero, of course, that they were both boys, I was relieved. Not because I didn't want to have daughters, but because I remember what it was like being a teenage boy and thinking about girls, and I didn't want to be the parent of a girl who had boys thinking about her that way. So it was very like, yeah. I would have loved to have a daughter, I think, but years post-puberty would have been very stressful on my mind, I think. Die with my boots on, says Ciara. Don't let the handless man die alone, says Metro. Publican says number 1. But yeah, Metro, to answer your question, they will have hours of me talking on YouTube to watch. That's kind of weird to think about. Presuming that the world doesn't end and Google exists for 100 years plus, my kids and my kids' kids will be able to watch my videos in perpetuity. So, that's a bit weird. They might be watching this someday and listening to me talk about them right now. Alright. Seems like the consensus is die with your boots on. Let's do number 1. You're right, Metro. I cannot hide that from them, can I? They know. They already know. My oldest son, Gabriel, has seen me reading the book that I've mentioned in... Distressler says, rest you'll never awaken from. No, Distressler! Boots! Must die with boots on. My oldest son, Gabriel, has already seen me reading the book that I mentioned in a couple of Q&A sessions that I have, where probably the geekiest thing I've ever done, which is saying a lot because I'm a Let's Player, which is one of the geekiest things you can do. I printed out all of the Elder Scrolls books on Imperial Library uh, and put them all in one actual paper book so that I could read it on the bus and on the train when I'm going to and from work. Because I don't usually read the books in game, but I wanted to. But when I was in the game, I just wanted to play it, so I put all the books on a PDF and then printed the PDF. Anyway, my oldest son Gabriel saw me reading that. He's like, "Hey, what are you reading?" I'm like, So I had to explain to him, like, "Well, there's this Elder Scrolls game, and there's a bunch of books in it. I printed them out. Blah 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 blah." He's like, "Oh, okay," and then he just went on and did his thing. So at age 10 or 11, he doesn't think anything of it. At age 20, he might think differently of it. How much ink? It ended up being like 1,200 pages or something. But I printed it 2 pages to a sheet and double-sided. So each piece of paper was 4 pages worth of content. Anyway, I'll extend it now to the chat and to anybody watching on YouTube. If you are interested in getting such a document from me, I'm happy to email it to you. I've done it to a few people who've asked for it. Just comment on the video and set up some way to give me your email address. If you're not comfortable with putting it in a comment or in the chat, then just put it in a private message to me on YouTube, or ask me for a link to Discord, and I can let you into Discord and you can ask for it there, and I'll email it to you if you ever wanted to get it. Yeah, Ciara, kids, I'm sorry guys, I'm getting way off the game here, so if you're watching on YouTube, fast forward if you don't want to listen to this crap. But just to say it, before I had kids, I was completely ambivalent about kids. There were days where I thought, yeah, if my partner wants to have kids, great, I'll have them. If my partner doesn't want to have kids, great, I won't have them. I'm totally fine either way. And then the woman that I'm with now, my wife, Rachel, she ended up actually getting pregnant about 3 months after we started dating, which was not planned, obviously. So I ended up kind of falling into a family. And there are definitely days where you wish, like, man, think about the money that I could have, the freedom that I could have if I didn't have kids. And there are definitely days where you feel incredibly frustrated with your kids because they don't listen, or they don't do what you're expecting them to do, or they're just kind of little shitheads some days. And then there are days where it's like, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me, and I've never been happier. It's a weird mix of feelings that is more good than bad, I think. But I also don't hold it against anybody if they decide not to have kids, or if they're just incapable of having kids. It's like, you can have a perfectly satisfying and fulfilling life without kids. People that say, like, people who talk to people who don't have kids as if there's something wrong with them, I don't agree with that at all. I think that's kind of shitty of those people. If you don't want to have kids, like, don't have kids. It's fine. You can be a totally happy and content person without kids. Kids are not some magic potion that make everything awesome. Kids sometimes freaking suck, and I totally understand why people who don't have kids might be daunted by that. I get it. So if you don't want them, don't have them. Anybody that judges you for that is an asshole. So just ignore them. Fletch is a grandpa. Congratulations, Fletch. That's probably not like it just happened now, but even so, I'm going to wish you congratulations. All right. So the consensus is we're dying. We're dying with an axe in our hands, or a bow, as the case might be. I'll be honest with you, Ira says. There's too many of them. We're just delaying the inevitable at this point. You catch his eye. Still, got to try, you say. Oh, Metro, my kids already know what I call them. I've never called them shithead to their face, but my dad thought that I was a shithead for sure when I was growing up, and I don't hold that against him at all, because there were definitely times when I was being a shithead. So assuming that I raised my kids decently, I imagine that unless I really screw something up, they will be able to appreciate the fact that I sometimes thought they were being shitheads, and they'll take it in stride, because I totally take it in stride. Yeah, you're right, Fletch. They know they are. They push the envelope sometimes, trying to see what they can get away with, which is total shithead behavior. And once you have kids too, you realize just how awful your parents had it sometimes. Like, realize, oh shit, I was like that to my parents. Like, god damn, no wonder my parents were miserable sometimes. I understand now. Okay, we can't really do anything with the party. Gunnulf, Gunnulf's only got 1 point of injury. Yes, Azara, I think you're right. Every parent sometimes thinks their kid is the greatest kid in the world, that nobody's cuter, smarter, better, funnier, and then other times every parent thinks, my god, my kid I would kill. This kid is terrible. I hate this kid. It's just a reality. You can't be in love with your kid all the time. Like, it comes and goes. Most of the time, it's totally fine. But then there are days where you're just like, I would throw that kid out of a window if it was legal. All right. We want Gunnulf even with the penalty because his strength is so high. Even though I didn't use him very well in that last fight at all. And I think I'm going to replace Nid with him. Except Trigvi kind of sucks. I haven't used Old Leaf in a fight for a while. I haven't used Rook in a fight for a while. Old Leaf's only rank 1, but I think I might use her. Let's use Nid. Okay. This is what I've talked myself into here. Sure. I might regret this. Yeah, I still have the teen years to look forward to. I haven't even gotten there yet, so I'm speaking with only half the experience that a full raise their kids to adulthood parent would have. There's a lot of stuff I don't know yet. Crap, this is not going to go well. We have anything we can give Nid? Trigvi, what do you have? 2 willpower on rest. Okay. I don't think you're going to have any rests, but that's better than nothing. Let's do this. Die with our boots on. Also, we're not yet at the end of the game, guys. Obviously. And we only have about 20 minutes till the top of the hour. But we might, depending on the time, we might try to finish this game tonight, or we might save it for next time. I thought we'd finish it tonight, but here we are, and we're not actually at the end. I spent too much time talking, I suppose. Fuck. Wow, this sucks. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big dudes. 1, 2 of them that can call more. 2 of them with 19 armor. No slingers. Yeah, Publican, I feel you, man. No slingers is good. I guess Mogan's the next one to go, huh? This could be very bad. This could be very bad. Less chat, more killing. You're right. You're right. Well, let's just do it. Let's do it. We're gonna get our asses kicked. Where are you going? Ooh, okay. Tax 1 strength or break each +1 per adjacent ally on last hit. So that would be a +1. Is it worth it for the extra? Yeah, sure, what the hell, dude. Use the willpower while you can. What? He had 1 adjacent ally. Why didn't he get... Oh! Fuck, I didn't think of that. We can straight up waste this dude. Sarah, I'm sorry, I am reading your comments. I'm not replying to them at the moment because this is going to be kind of intense. I don't know that we're going to win this fight. Oh, god damn it! Nid. You're not worth much if you don't have much strength. Shit. God damn. Okay. What? The guy passed? He can't go anywhere. Ah, you moron. Okay, Gunolf can kill this dude. Let's do that. We will kill both of the guys that can call enemies. That's good. Good start. Anyway. Should I try to give Gunolf more freaking willpower? Walter, I don't know how I do it. That's probably why I just spent 10 minutes talking instead of playing. Dorksman, I'm reading your comment, but I'm having trouble parsing it. Aiming to keep enemies alive, but low on strength is still the best. Oh, yes, I see what you're saying. So you leave them with like 1 or 2 points of strength so they can't do anything. Rather, they can't do much damage when it's their turn. True. And I have employed that strategy a few times. My worry sometimes, though, is I don't necessarily know... Oh, I do know how much strength armor they can break. Because there have been a few times where I'm like, I'll leave that guy alive, because he's only got 1 point of strength, and then he comes over and breaks like 5 points of armor. I'm like, oh, fuck. Shouldn't have left him alive. But you're right, I could find that out here, so I should be a little bit more strategic, shouldn't I? Okay, whose turn is it? Ivan? I don't know what to do with you, Ivan. We don't have anybody diagonal that lightning would be incredibly useful against. Alright, this is probably... You know what? This guy can get to you, can't he? Go there. Mend, Gunolf. I don't know if this is gonna work. Probably won't. Because it fucking didn't work in the... Okay, that's it. That's the last time I tried. I thought maybe a new fight it would work. But no. Deflected. Nice. Thank you, Mogan. Okay, from here on out, Ivor, you are all about breaking armor. As if you weren't before. Mogan? I don't know, dude. Your armor break isn't that great. 3 points? Take a chance with Bloody Flail. Okay, so we got mostly strength there. That's alright. Oh, Nid's down. Fucking hell. I didn't even think of that. Did not even think of that. Shit. Can you take one of these? You can. Good. Alright, I have an idea, dude. His frickin' armor is really high. This is still gonna be worth it. Good night, Fletch. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. Appreciate it. Going clockwise. Alright, so this guy and that guy. Good. Thank you. That's not so good. I don't have anybody diagonal. Sucks. Alright. Let's stop fucking around. Get him through the armor. There you go. You know, guys, I think there's actually a pretty realistic chance we win this fight. I mean, I'm not loving our chances, but... it's not awful. Oh, rank 2 gives 5 attacks. Ah, I missed that earlier. Oh. Oh, if it would have been one more point of health, it would have... that's... okay, fine. Leave him. Like Dorksman said, leave him. Leave him. That's fine. God, I wish I could just do a bird of prey, but I can't. Oh, not bird of prey. That's Nid's attack. Thread the needle. Yeah, he's got quite a bit of armor break. Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I don't want to leave him alive. Okay, just kill him. Look out! This guy goes next. So killing him would bring this guy up. That guy can get to Ivor. No, Ciara, we got rid of the first... there were two guys that could kill allies, or call allies. It was that guy, and they both fell pretty quickly. Or not that guy, sorry, that guy. We got him pretty early on. So I can kill either one of these guys with Gunolf, but I can't kill both of them. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use Gunolf to kill this guy. I can bring him closer to this group. I'm gonna use Ivan to kill that guy. Of course, when I kill this guy, this guy will go before Ivan. I know that that's the reality, but I'm going to do this anyway because I want Gunolf to be closer to this group. Because he's going to do some cleanup over here. Taking him over here gets him further away. It's not that big of a difference, but it's a difference. Okay. Oh, this guy goes next. Oops, I was mistaken. Alright, fine. That actually works just fine. Because you're going to kill him like this. Okay, so now there's only two bastards left. However, you need to break. I don't think Mogan's going to be worth anything the rest of this fight, but that's okay. Ooh, okay. Got him lined up, Alette. Nice. No! Whew, deflected. Very good. Let's try to get him a little faster. I don't know if this is going to make a difference or not, but... Oh, down goes Ivor. Damn it. I was hoping that would be a deflection. Oh no, he actually had more strength than Ivor had armor, I think, at that point. It's not going to hit both of them. Ah, shit. Gunolf, no! Okay, don't block Gunolf. Oh, no worries. They just brought themselves within range of Gunolf. That's great. Except, Gunolf doesn't... fucking hell. I was a fool, and had Ivan used both of the last points of willpower that we had. So now, Gunolf has no willpower to do his special move that would do a ton of damage to these guys. And Alette can't do hers either. Shit. Damn. Gunolf could kill these guys if we had one freaking point of willpower. Let's do that. See, look at that. 10 and 8. We would, both of them would be dead in one hit if we had one measly. Okay, kill that one. Ivan, I don't want you to get a kill. You just rest. Mogan, sure. We did it! We won! Cost us, but we won. 2 injuries? Ivor and Nid? Yeah. I feel like we should have gotten more for that. Oh, God. Well, we have some renown. Yeah, woohoo was right, Metro. Victory! You know what we need more than a level up? We need rest. Still a great battle? Yeah, victory is a great battle, no matter what, I guess. Bit Pyrrhic, though. I think we need food more than anything, because we need to rest our heroes. I don't think we can afford to really... 9, I don't think is even enough to upgrade anybody. Ah, Icewind Dale. 2. Interesting. I've never played any of the Icewind Dale games, Walter, so I wouldn't know, but that's an interesting comparison. That makes me want to check them out. I mean, I want to check them out anyway, given what they are, but... So how do I can't rest. Damn, I spent all that money on food and I can't rest. Ivor, you begin. Can we really keep this up? No, we can't. Ivor looks at you like he hasn't slept for days. Oh, looks like he hasn't slept for days. He grunts something unintelligible. The weight of the situation is crushing. Then, from far in the distance, you hear a horn. Dredge don't use horns, it occurs to you. Ivan appears at your side just as a long caravan of people come into view, Dredge turning to attack them. Who is that, you ask? It can't be, says Ivan. He runs toward the gates, shouting, You see their banner? It's Hakon! As you wonder how they got here, the gates are heaved open and you charge onto the field, clearing a path through Dredge. Oh, great. Great, this'll be fun. I have to take Ivor because he's my goddamn armor breaker. His strength's gonna be nerfed, but at least his armor is high. And a injured Gunolf is still better than anybody else. Injured Nid? Maybe Rook would be better. In fact, I'm going to say Rook would be better. God damn. I'm not really fighting with my... This is not how I like to do this. I like to have at least one more good armor breaker, and I don't. Okay, fine. Good grief. This is just to get Hakon in here? Okay. So it's just this bastard, and a shitload of slingers. Goddamn, 9 strength. Okay, that's not good. Alright, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. So many battles at the gate. No kidding. Metro, that's what I've always heard about Icewind Dale 2, is the co-op, not necessarily the main quest portion. Main quest? What am I trying to say? The actual, like, campaign. When does the big fucker go? We don't even see where the big fucker goes because there's so many of these dudes. Alright. Mogan, you can't do anything this turn. I think you're right, Metro. And Walter, I remember Neverwinter Nights. I never played it, but I remember the game. But I'm also incredibly unfamiliar with that. Where are you guys going? Kill that one. Fucking hell. Alright. This is gonna take all the willpower I have, but we're gonna do this. No diagonals? No diagonals. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. That could be interesting if that works out. Oh, what? Can't use any willpower this turn, huh? Let's do some strength damage. Uh-oh. Damn, that was a lot of my armor. You son of a bitch. Damn. Tons of strength there. Okay. Eesh. How far can you do Mark Prey? Just one? God damn it. Rook, you're almost worthless to me, man. Ooh. That's a good amount of Hogan's armor. Mogan's armor, sorry. Okay. She could do a goddamn mean thread the needle. But I gotta use this... Oh, fuck! She can't use it anyway. What a waste. God damn. Okay, fine. Oh no! See, now Gunnulf could have used it if I still had it, but I don't. Okay, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm going to bring him over here and kill this guy. You can only take out one of them anyway. Let's take out the guy with all the armor. Of course, they all have a lot of armor. Oh god. Mogan's not long for this world. Alright, we have a couple diagonals here. That guy, and this guy, and this guy. Remind me your range on arc lightning. So you don't have to move very far. If you moved... There, that should be enough, right? Yep. So if we do 3, we'll kill that guy. Got it. Oh, Ivan, look out. Nope, Mogan, look out. You have no strength left. No armor left, rather. Or hardly any. Damn. I am thinking, yes, Walter, they have been around for a while. Those bodies have been there for... Maybe it's changed fight to fight, but There have been bodies at the gate for every fight that we've done up here. There's a lot going on up here. I'm thinking about bringing Hogan up here to do some damage to this guy. Mogan, sorry. Yes, bullet sponges, right. Damn, that was fast. All strength, too, except maybe one point armor. Okay. I think this will be effective. Bye, Azara. Thanks for stopping by. Let's try this. This has been overkill, wasn't it? Everybody got in on that. How did we end up getting all this willpower? Something must have happened. She doesn't do the animation, but she did it. Oh, they're not happy with you, Mogan. Can't get the diagonal guy? Okay, fine. Pillage. Ivan could just kill him, but I don't want him to kill him. I want somebody who can possibly get promoted to get him. Of course, I don't have renown to promote anybody either, so it doesn't freaking matter. You guys aren't going to believe it, but we're going to win this fight without losing a single opponent. Single player. Oh shit, Gunnulf. I forgot that he was going to get hit. Oh well. Ten renown. Good. We didn't lose anybody to injury. Oh my god, it's Juno. Ivan says, Juno? Juno says, I wasn't sure I'd ever see you again, Ivan. Let me take a drink there. She smiles and they embrace. Ivan is completely taken aback, as though he doesn't dare believe she's real. Juno says, I'm sorry I couldn't make it to Sigerholm. I ran into problems. Hakon's back, says, problems is putting it lightly. How did you survive Irontoft, by the way? Problems is putting it lightly. There's a mile-wide canyon practically splitting the world in two over those hills. Couldn't find a place to cross. Worse, dredge are practically falling out of it like blood from a wound. They're not coming from the north anymore. They're everywhere. Ivor says, we noticed. Hakon says, glad to see you made it out alive, Ingvar. I take it the others didn't. Hakon becomes quiet. Then he motions toward Juno. Hakon says, she got across somehow. Found her out cold for a second time since leaving Strand. Oh, right, because he was there the first time we found her. Ivor says, we need every axe we can get right now. Bellower is here. Hakon says, gods be damned, I thought I was free of that menace. Juno says, I will deal with Bellower. Come on, no need to tempt him by standing out here. Hakon's caravan enters the city, fighting off waves of dredge as they go. To your relief, hundreds of skilled warriors are now safely in Borsgard. Great. Everybody, welcome to Borsgard. We have no food. Plus 280 varl. Oh my god, a whole bunch of supplies. Holy shit. Hakon joins you on the wall with his personal bodyguard, Moger. Behind him, the prince, Luden, oh, Luden made it, stands alone looking miserable. I have one last trip to make. I need this one to come with me, she says, pointing to you. Juno says, pointing to you. I'm sorry, Ivan. You must wait for me one last time. Do not let the city fall before I return. It takes everything within Ivan's power to hold back, but he does. She turns to you. Rook, come with me. We'll return in 2 days. Maybe less if you're as quick as you look. Tell anyone who needs to know. Where and why? Not far, says Juno. She pauses, and something shifts in your vision, just for a moment. I know it's hard, she says, her voice filling your head. And you've already been through a lot. As she speaks again, the rest of the world melts away. But you're needed. You can't find the words to argue. It's just me and Juno and this giant cart that's truly slowing us down as all these dredge march by. You don't remember leaving the city, but here you are, walking through unfamiliar ground. Yeah, Ludin's alive, believe it or not. Unfamiliar ground behind Juno. You're alone, aside from the hundreds of dredge who are all facing towards an enormous stone ahead. The hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Okay, as soon as we get to a stopping point, we're gonna call it quits. Uh-oh. Stone singer, stone singer. Godstone. Okay, before we attack this Godstone of Stravs, we're going to end the stream this week. I thought for sure we'd be getting to the end of the game, but I was incorrect. We will have to finish it next week, and actually next week we'll, remembering what's left of the game, next week will probably take most of the allotted time anyway. So it might be 2 weeks before we get to Banner Saga 2. Thanks everybody for tuning in. For those of you who have been here from the beginning, Morrowind and Banner Saga, thank you very much. I appreciate your guys' time. The banner, I believe, does grow the more people you have, yes. Larger your party, the bigger the banner. And we will be back here. We should be back here next week, same time, same channel. Thursday evening, 7 p.m. Central Time in the United States, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and I think 1 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Thanks, Walter. Thanks, Ciara. Thanks, Publican. Thanks, Metro. Thanks, Azara. I think Azara's gone already. And I know Fletch is gone. Fletch was here earlier. Thanks, Metro. Did I say Metro? Hang on, I did say Metro. Distresler. Yeah, Distresler, you were here for the whole thing, I think. Dorksman was here. I think that might have been the extent of it. At least, oh, Frankie was here. Forgot about Frankie. He had to leave. Yeah, that's the extent of it that participated in the chat, anyway. Yeah. I can thank Metro twice. Great. Good night, everyone. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care.